Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9. So, Krishna was explaining about himself. Very contradictory word. The saying, Mat sthani sarvabhutani. And next verse is, No mat sthani sarvabhutani. No cha mat sthani sarvabhutani. How is it possible? Both? Yes. Pushyame jo question. This is my mysticism. Jagam Ishyaram. Yoga Ishyaram. Yogi or magician can show something impossible. So Krishna can do. But how to understand that? It is very difficult to understand. That is why I give an example. Jatha akasho sthito nittam vayu sarvatra maha tata sarvani bhutani moksthani upadharaya. Jatha is giving example. Just as akasho sthita, situated in the sky, nittam always, vayu, the wind, sarvatra, blowing everywhere, mahan, great, tata similarly, sarvani bhutani, all created beings, mad sthani, situated in iti das, upadharaya, try to understand. Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere, rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. How everything rests in Krishna? Example, air is and there in the sky, blowing air, not normal ordinary air, blowing wind, going everywhere, but still always in the sky. The same way, all created beings rest in me. For the ordinary person, it is almost inconceivable how the huge material creation is resting in him. But the Lord is giving an example which will help us to understand. The sky may be the biggest manifestation we can conceive. And in the sky, the wind or air is the biggest manifestation in the cosmic world. The movement of the air influences the movements of everything. But although the wind is great, it is still situated within the sky. The wind is not beyond the sky. Similarly, all the wonderful cosmic manifestations are existing by the supreme will of God. And all of them are subordinate to that supreme will. As we generally say, not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus everything is moving under his will. By his will, everything is being created, everything is being maintained, and everything is being annihilated. Still, he is aloof from everything, as the sky is always aloof from the activities of wind. In the Upanishads, it is stated, Jat Bhisha Bato Pravate Pavate. Jat Bhisha Bato Pavate. Taittiriya Upanishad, it is said, it is out of the fear, the Supreme Lord, that the wind is blowing. Jat Bhisha Bato Pravate. Bata Pravate. Vayu Pravahita Hare. That means wind is blowing Jat Bhisha, by whose fear. Bhakti Thakur wrote one nice song. তব ভয়ে বায়ু বয় চন্দ্র সূর্য সমুদয় নিয়মিত কার্য করে. It's written in the scripture. Yes. In the Brihat Aranya Upanishad, it is stated, etasya va aksharasya prashasane gargi surya chandra masu vidhrito tishtata etasya va aksharasya prashasane gargi dau aprithibbo vidhrito tishtataha. By the supreme order, under the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the moon, the sun, and other great planets are moving. So, from Taittiriya Upanishad and Brihad Upanishad, from there, Bhakti Thakur wrote that song. Tavo bhaya vai bhaya chandra sujya samudaya. Chandra sujya, moon and sun. Samudaya, all the other great planets. So that is Acharya's. What is so powerful? Why? Because this is already written in the scripture. In Brahma Samhita also it is stated, Jat chakshur esha shavita shakal grahanam raja samasta shuramurti rasheshate jisha agvaya brahmati sangvrita kala chakra govindam adipurisham tamam. Jat chakshur esha shavita shakal grahanam. Savita, sun, for shakal graha, all the planets are like eye. This is a description of the movement of the sun. It is said that the sun is considered to be one of the eyes of the Supreme Lord and that it has immense potency to diffuse heat and light. Scientists, when they found first that Earth is moving, sun is fixed. But nowadays there is no sun also moving. That is Brahma Samhita still before. Jisha agya brahmati. By the order of Lord, this moon is traveling. Shangvita kala chakra. Still it is moving in its prescribed orbit by the order and the supreme will of Govinda. So from the Vedic literature, we can find evidence that this material manifestation which appears to us to be very wonderful and great is under the complete control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This will be further explained in the later verses of the chapter. Sarvabhutani kontyo prakritim janti mamikam kalpaksha punastani kalpadu visrijami aham. Sarvabhutani, all created entities. Kontyo, O son of Kunti. Prakritim, nature. Janti, enter. Mamikam, my. Kalpakshaye, at the end of the millennium. Kalpo means millennium. Puno, again. Tani, all this. Kalpa adu, in the beginning of the millennium. Visrijami, create aham, I. Visrijami aham. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all the material manifestations entered into my nature. And at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. The creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material cosmic manifestation are completely dependent on the supreme will of the personality of Godhead. At the end of the millennium means at the death of Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years, and his one day is calculated 4,300,000,000 of our earthly years. In Indian calculation, 430 crore. His night is of the same duration. His month consists of 30 such days and nights, and his year of 12 months. After 100 such years, when Brahma dies, the devastation or annihilation takes place. This means that the energy manifested by the Supreme Lord is again wound up in himself. Then again, when there is a need to manifest cosmic world, it is done by his will. Bahusham, Yakoham, Bahusham. Yakoham, although I am one. Bahusham, I shall become many. This is the Vedic aphorism. It is mentioned in Sandhya Upanishad. He expands himself in this material energy, and the whole cosmic manifestation again takes place. The state. Prakriting sham avashtabha pisrijami punapun bhuto gramam imam kritsnam avasham prakritir vashat. Prakritim, the material nature. Sham, of my personal self. Avashtabha, entering into. Visrijami, I create. Punapun, again and again. Bhuto gramam, gram means pulalam, bhuto gramam, all the cosmic manifestations. Imam, these. Kritsnam, in total. Avasham, automatically. Prakriti, of the force of nature. Vashat, under obligation. The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. This material world is the manifestation of the infinite energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This has already been explained several times. At the creation, the material energy is let loose as the Mahatattva, into which the Lord, as his first Purush incarnation, Mahavishnu, enters. He lies within the causal ocean and breathes out innumerable universes. And into each universe, the Lord again enters as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Each universe is in the way created. Each universe is in that way created. He still further manifests himself as Kshirodaksha Vishnu, and that Vishnu enters into everything, even into the minute atom. Annantarastha, Paramanu Chayantarastha. Annantar. Inside the Ando, Brahmanda, also Paramanu Chayantarastha. Even atom. This fact is explained here. He enters into everything. Now, as far as the living entities are concerned, they are impregnated into this material nature. And as a result of their past deeds, they take different positions thus the activities of this material world begin. The activities of the different species of living beings are began from the very moment of the creation. It is not that all is evolved. The different species of life are created immediately along with the universe. Man, animals, beasts, birds, everything is simultaneously created. Because whatever desires the living entities had at the last annihilation are again manifested. Like I'm in the human body, want to do some job. Huh? That time, whole cosmic manifestation enter in Mahavishnu's body. It is sleep. And when he created, I woke up from the same. Like sleeping. We will understand we slept so long. Like how long time we slept? We can understand. By seeing was we can oh so long. In the same way, when we sleep in Mahavishnu's body, we can understand. We look up the same, simple, same situation. It is clearly indicated here by the word avasham that the living entities have nothing to do with this process. Avasham. Like when night comes, gradually we fall asleep. Oh, we want to wake up, but no. Somebody is forcing me to sleep. When the universe will enter into the body of Mahavishnu, so if you want to alive, you cannot do anything. You have to go and sleep there. In the same way, when the universe come out from the pores of Mahavishnu, everything manifests, the same way enters, the same way. The state of being in the past life, in the past creation is simply manifested again. And all this is done simply by him. This is the inconceivable potence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And after creating different species of life, he has no connection with them. The creation takes place to accommodate the inclinations of the various living entities. And so the Lord does not become involved with it. Like it's in government, I don't know what is other states. In Madhya Pradesh government, making everybody's house toilet. No open field passing is too. So government is making toilet in everybody's house. It is not that chief minister want to go to stay in their house, that is making toilet. So Lord is creating, it is not for his interest. He has no connection. The creation takes place to accommodate the inclinations of the various living entities, and so the Lord does not become involved with it. Madhya Pradesh government is making toilet to give the facilities citizens, and they should not be infected by this type of what is called germs and other things. It's for them, not for chief minister's interest. Yes, in one concession you can say, yes, one interest because in his country so many people will be sick. In the same way, Lord has also interest, yes. Because when living is suffering, Lord also suffers. That is why he makes arrangements so that we can go back to Godhead. Nocha mam tani karmani nivadnanti dhananja udashinvat ashinam ashaktam teshi karmasha. And this, why the government, chief minister make toilet everybody's house. And if somebody after going to the toilet, and he broke his leg, the chief minister is involved for breaking his leg? No, he's not involved. In the same way, when this is happening, Lord is not involved in that connection. No, never. So also, ma, tani, all those karmani activities. Nivatnanti, bind. Dhananjaya, Arjun, O conqueror of Eris. Udashinavat, as neutral. Both means like. Ashinam, situated. Ashaktam, Ashakti. No, Ashakti is Ashakti. Ashakti and Ashakti, two other things. Asakti, attraction. Asakti, without attraction. Like, Niyam agraha. Niyam agraha, niyam agraha. Both are niyam agraha. Sanskrit word, very interesting. Ashaktam, Ashaktam. Ashaktam is without attraction. Teshu, for those. Karmashu, activities. For those activities. O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as through neutral. Seated as though neutral. Reading it. O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. Bhagavad has so many places given example of Supreme Court judge. After giving the order, he is not affected by that order. One should not think in this connection that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has no engagement. In his spiritual world, he is always engaged. In Brahma Samhita, it is stated, Atma Ramasya Tashashti Prakritta na Shamagamaha. He is always involved in his eternal blissful spiritual activities, but he has nothing to do with these material activities. Atma Ramasya Tashashti Prakritta na Shamagamaha. So Prakritta na Shamagamaha. He has no connection with this material, but yeah, he is engaged. He is tending the cows there, dancing with the gopis there, but not here. He is always involved in his eternal, blissful spiritual activities. But he has nothing to do with these material activities. Material activities are being carried on by his different potencies. The Lord is always neutral in the material activities of the created world. This neutrality is mentioned here with the word Udashinavat. Udashinavat. Like Udash. Indifferent. We are indifferent one time, like chanting. When we are chanting, we are Udashin. For whose name is chanting, we don't know. Why chanting, we don't know. Udashin. This is the example of inattentive chanting. So you can understand what is Udashin. When you chant, chanting 16 hours finished. I have never thought about Krishna. Oh, I am chanting his name. Udashin. So Krishna is like Udashin. He's chanting. He's doing Udashinavat. Although he has control over every minute detail of material activities, he is sitting as if neutral. The example can be given of a high court judge sitting on his bench. By his order, so many things are happening. Someone is being hanged, someone is being put into jail, someone is awarded a huge amount of wealth, but still he is not. He has nothing to do with all that gain and loss. Similarly, the Lord is always neutral, although he has his hand in every sphere of activities. In Vedanta Sutra, it is stated, Vaishamma Nairghanyena. He is not situated in the dualities of his material. Vaishamma means the difference. Vishama. This is in this material, but not for Lord. He is transcendental to these dualities. Nor is he attached to the creation and annihilation of this material. The living entities take the different forms of various species of life according to their past deeds, and the Lord does not interfere with them. In third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was explaining not the Shukka, that when Krishna explained that those who are Indriya Rama, they should work according to the injunction of the scripture. But those who are Atma Rama, they have nothing to do. If they don't do, they are not in fault. But if they do, still there is no fault. That is why Atmaram can do or don't do. But still they do to teach others. I give an example of Janak. And then Krishna told about himself also. Kushit me priyaguttama. What is that? I have nothing to do in this material, but still, nana bhaktam avaktabam vartaiva cha karma. Name kartab, name kartabho, name kartasti, nana bhaktam avaktabam vartaiva cha karma. Though I am not bound to do any activities, but still I am busy with so many activities. So, Krishna is not involved, but again he is involved. Next verse, 10 we'll see how Krishna is explaining Maya Dakshana Prakriti Shweta Charcha. Everything by Krishna's direction, but he is still not involved in this material. Another example we can give. When there's a car accident in the road. Why car got accident? Because government bought that car from Japan and government made a high road. That is the accident happened. If there is no highway and no car, so the person could not die. Should we blame the government? Why have brought Tata Sumo from Japan and why you make big highway? That is my brother died. So he is, but he is not responsible for that. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita as it is.